Back to Subway 400, Matt Kenseth, last year's points champion, leading Jeff Gordon. Ryan Newman, the pole sitter, currently running third. Last year's winner, Dale Jarrett, currently fifth. One of the sentimental choices, Rusty Wallace, who is currently sixth. Let's listen in on his radio communication.
More forward bite up off the corner.
10-4, more forward bite.
Still loose up off.
10-4.
Of course, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Hammond communicating Larry Carter, his new crew chief for this year.
Yeah, that's one of the things right now. When you've got a new crew chief, he's got to understand what the driver needs. And Rusty's asking for more forward bite, a little bit loose up off the corner. So knowing what adjustments may make Rusty happy as far as either a track bar, air pressure, or whether he really needs wedge, is going to be up to Larry making that decision. We take a look at Larry Carter right there, who is really in his second race with Rusty this season.
Let's quickly check in with Dick Berggren on more on that communication. Dick?
Well, Rusty just called it again, and he said he feels a lot of load on the right front corner of the car. That caused Jeff Thousand, he's the car chief, to go up to Larry Carter and suggest that they go down to the track bar and leave the air pressure alone.
All right, Dick, and you know, for Rusty Wallace, we say a sentimental choice. He has more wins at this track than any active driver with 5, but the story that he's been hearing is, hey, you haven't won, and now this will be his 100th race without a victory. It's been a long time, but they felt this morning, we were in the garage talking to the crew, that they had a car that they could win with. His last victory was at the California Speedway in 2001 back in April. Other guys, you know, the late Dale Earnhardt went 2.5 years without a win. Sterling Marlin, 171 races without a victory, as we see a battle for the top spot here on lap 113. And certainly Rusty thinks that he can contend. He admits that last year was an embarrassment for him.
Yes, he does. And as we see right here on the screen, these guys are really going at it hot and heavy, and Rusty's right in behind this group. He can see what's going on in front of him, but he ran a lot of laps this past weekend, more than ever, and they really worked hard to try to get a race set up that he can kind of tune around and keep up with the rest of the pack. So that race up front, I'm telling you right now, they are going at it like it's the final laps.
And this is only lap 114. Rusty at age 47, certainly one of the older guys, as you see Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson right here being lapped by his teammate as well as his car owner, and right now it looks like he's going down on pit road.
All right, let's go back upstairs, gentlemen.
He'll be the second driver on pit road. Brendan Gaughan was in just a bit ago after he went a lap down. The rookie made a stop, so here's Jimmy Johnson.
And that's probably not bad strategy, because we're getting to that window about 65 to 70 laps since these guys were on pit road. You get lapped, come on to pit road, get you 4 tires, and what that may enable you to do is you're going to have, you know, less laps on your tires, and what will happen, you'll maybe make up some time on those leaders while they're still out there on no tires.
And here's strategy undone on the left of your screen. Robbie Gordon was 25th. When the last caution came out, he pitted. Either didn't get tires or just got 2, but he did get the lead. Now he has been lapped by the leader, Matt Kenseth. Those tires fading. Gordon is 28th. Matt Yoakum on the leader.
Oh, when you look at Matt Kenseth, it's been a love or hate. He hated it. His first 4 races here at the Rock, he had an average finish of 31st, but in his last 5, he's really reeled in the number. 6.5 is his average finish. 2 top 5s here last year. I talked to his crew chief, Robbie Reiser, their field winner, around lap 145 to 147. He says, but they'll see who plays their hand first to see if any of the other leaders short pit. Matt says the car is great. He doesn't want any changes on his next stop.
What those guys have to really watch is cars like Ryan Newman, Casey Kane, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jarrett. In other words, top 5 or 6. If those guys hit pit road, then they cannot be that far behind those guys. You just can't give up that much time on those older tires.
No, and I know there's a bunch of cats right now that are wanting to come to the pit road, because there's guys that are really fading badly right now, and they're going to come in. They need tires.
Dale Jarrett, he beat up to 4th as Ricky Craven comes in. And to finish the Robbie Gordon story, we're told that he did not pit at all during that last caution.
He or Scott Wimmer, either one in the 22 car.
But Wimmer's been able to maintain. He's staying in 16th. He's been running along there pretty well. Hey, if you're not very good and you want to get a little TV time, we'll stay out and lead the race. What do you think?
And you know, Darrell, the only downside to short pitting, like some of these guys are doing, is you're sitting out there now just praying and hoping. Even if you see a car get sideways, don't let there be a caution, because then you would be probably at least 2 laps down. You want to cycle through these entire green flag stops without a caution.
Yeah, it takes almost 2 laps to come in, make a stop, and get back out. You're going to come out almost 2 laps down right in front of the leader.
And with the rule that's been in effect for 11 races now, no more racing back to the caution flag. That eliminates one of the best best opportunities, a driver had to get a lap back.
20 car, pit road.
And John Andretti coming with him. Green flag pit stops. Derek Cope is in as well.
But this is when, I mean, guys are out there right now and their cars are the worst. You know, they're handling terrible right now. The tires are gone. They need to come to pit road. This is when somebody can spin out and cause that caution that can mess up your whole day.
And what happens when you have half the field on fresh tires, half the field on old tires, those guys with old tires, you can't even get out of the way quick enough because they're catching you so quick.
That's why if I'm leading the race, I'm going to stay out there as long as I possibly can, because you don't want to get caught with it. You want to let everybody else pit so that when you pit, you know that caution's not going to hurt you.
That may well be Matt Kenseth's strategy as he holds the lead at 121 laps. Kenseth has now led the last 32 circuits in the Subway 400.